Greetings. When I was in college, when my friends and I would go to formal events and job interviews, they would ask me to tie their ties for them. Something that was perfectly fine with me, but something I would say to myself, wow, man, that's something that their father should have showed them. But the sad truth is, not one of my friends grew up with fathers actively involved in their lives, and a few of them didn't know who their fathers were at all. It then was prompted within my spirit to ask, what else is there that a father should instill into his child that has never been? Whether it's the foundation of a wardrobe, dining, dating, etiquette, finances, and so forth. So over the last 4.5 years, I've spent the most part of my time answering those questions, and I put it within an easy-to-read manual titled Male by Birth, Man by Choice, which has been a huge success and a huge blessing to my life and to many others. Now, as the conclusion of that book, I've been receiving a lot of emails and asked by individuals personally, Josh or Mr. Colbert, how do I go about becoming successful? Especially those who knew me previously. I used to have tremendous low self-esteem. I've been homeless twice. I used to stutter so bad that this 8-minute presentation will probably be more like 80 minutes after I got done with it. But, nonetheless, I would, engage them. I talk to them about the importance of speed of implementation, giving more value than receiving payment, being an individual that people can trust and so forth. But at the same time, while I have their attention, I always share with them the importance of being significant, because you can be very successful but still be insignificant. And just put simply, success is adding value to yourself and significance is adding value to others. And it's very important for us to be both. Success can be having $1 million in the bank. It could be finishing college. It could be remodeling the basement. It could be winning the championship. It could be so many different things. There's two things that I found out when it comes to success. Number one, success is relative. For you to have $1 million may be success, but for me, having a stable job and 6 months worth of savings in the bank may be success. For you, finishing, being the top of your class in college may be success. But for me, just being the first person in my family to go to college was a success. For you, maybe having a $50,000 wedding is a huge success. But for me, having my 3 children after I became married was a huge success for myself. So I ended up sharing them with those things. And it's very important for us to be successful, but at the same time, it's just as important for us to be significant. And significant is giving somebody an encouraging word, is giving somebody an opportunity, forgiveness, love, living a life of that's held within the context of integrity. It's forgiveness. It's being faithful. It's those type of things that makes our lives significant. And it's very important for us to be both. Several years ago, I was at a funeral, and some people call it a going home celebration, and that's literally what it was. They was playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. There was ice cream and cake. There was not a tear in the room. And when it came down to individuals giving acknowledgments about the way that this woman had touched each person's life, the line went around the room. And of people who really desperately wanted to publicly display and convey how this woman had touched their lives in a positive way. On another note, I was speaking with a pastor one day, and he said, Josh, I experienced one of the saddest moments in my life. He was also at a funeral of an ultra-wealthy individual. This guy, he had his own plane, he had his own yacht, he had his own mansion, which he slept in a different room from his wife. He had all the different things that showed success. But when it was time to give acknowledgments at his funeral, not one person said a word. And of course, that's not to say that all rich people and wealthy people are cold and insignificant, because I know quite a few who are the most giving, the most generous, the most humble individuals that I have ever met in my life. But what I am saying is that there are many wealthy individuals, there are many athletes, there are many actors, there are many teachers, there are many plumbers, there are many guidance counselors, there are many individuals, period, who may appear that they have it all, but really inside what they have is a lot of emptiness. And real quick, I'm just curious, is there anybody in this room who knows somebody who fits this description? Let's show of hands. That's what I thought. When you really take the time to study significance, what you really find out is that significance is not only associated with, but it's intertwined with your purpose. Each and every one of us was born with a particular purpose. If you were to look at your life as if it was a car, you could have rims, You can have tinted windows. You can have the best stereo system. You can have ostrich seats. But unless you are able to go ahead and hit the open road, you will always have a sense of internal unfulfillment because you're not doing what it is that you was purposed to do. And that's how many of us live our lives. And so a few things I just want to make sure you guys take home is, number one, you could be very successful but still be insignificant. Success is adding value to yourself. Significance is adding value to others. And it's important for us to be both. And last but not least, I want to conclude from a quote from Douglas Lawson, which states, "We exist momentarily through what we take, but we live forever through what we give." Thank you so much.